cases that will be implemented or launched once a 3, 5, or 6 are reached from this math counter. There was a bug previously where, since this math counter only went to 4, if you pushed this button and then pushed this button, since it couldn't go above 4, it would register as being a press here and a press here, and it would activate it. But since I moved this up to 6 like it's supposed to be, that no longer happens, and so that bug's been fixed. But there's another bug with the armor spawner. It doesn't want to create the custom item. I think it's because it's not in a list within the code somewhere that this uses. I actually want to go and check that out right now. So I did make a Steam thing about that. Steam post on the forums about that. I want to see if somebody replied, if they know where it's at. Let's see. the entity. How the hell do I explain this? Determine how to create the entity within the point template. I guess it is possible though that the armor kit's being spawned outside of the map, because I haven't gotten it to spawn correctly. I'll write that down. I'll just post. Oops, I want to just post it, not preview it. Submit. So we got a kind of a crappy response there, but anyway, let's try and figure out why these aren't spawning correctly. Let's see, I think it's 9. No, it's that. It's not that one. How about G11? So now I guess we'll just go over and search for it then. env entity maker. Alright, so it spawns entity template at the env maker's origin. It's set to auto spawn a spawn template that's run blah 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 blah. Now this is what I don't get. There is no origin for this thing, or at least Hammer doesn't say there is. So there's no origin property name either. So let's do it this way then. Screw what we're doing here. Let's make a little change here. Let's take these 3. We're gonna move them off of here. I'm gonna move them over here, and we're gonna also move these things over here with it. Just kind of keep these all together, along with these items that are used in the templates. What we're going to do instead, though, is we're going to use an info target. And we're going to put that info target on top of this and just link that to the this name will say spawn target. And what we'll do is up here on these, force spawn at entity origin. There. Alright. So, now, what this should do is once this is triggered, it'll tell these to create an item at this origin here. We'll see if that works properly then. Maybe we'll actually get the armor to spawn that way. But that's the whole spawning system. Let's go through it though as if we were going to spawn the health though, just to kind of further explain it. So we push this button, and this button sends a value of 1 to here. That passes it along to here, which triggers case number 2. So case number 2 is fired, and that sets the toggle sprite down here to being on, or the button active sprite to be on. It's down here. The HP spawn branch, which is up here, one of these up here, is set to 1, which is true. And then we add 1 to the teleport starter math counter. Now, nothing else happens until you come down here and push this button. Once you push that button, you add another 1 to the teleporter starter, and that sends 2 now to here, which triggers case 1. And case 1 turns on this sound and then starts this func rotating tells it to rotate, which also plays a rotating sound. This also starts turning on the sprites that are along up here, indicating that the device is charging up. And once it reaches the last sprite is turned on, wait a couple seconds, and then the beams turn on. And then once those turn on, you wait a few more seconds, and then the each of these branches is triggered. And the way we do it, reason we do it this way is because there's no way to really tell to do easily without having just a huge mess of entities here which one of these buttons was pressed and which one of these branches, because of that, is supposed to be activated. So instead we just test each one of them, and only one of them will be set to true, and so only that one will be fired. Once these are fired, they first force the spawn, the entity spawner to spawn at this target here. Then it presses out the HP button, which subtracts 1 from here and resets everything here. And then, even though you probably don't need it because of that, it also sets itself to 0. Once the entity spawner spawns an item, that's actually the point template. It will toggle on and test. It will set to true and test the teleport toggle here. And what this does is it turns off everything and then powers down all the stuff and then resets everything else having to do with this stuff, as well as resets these counters and everything else. And so makes this thing ready for the next time you go through for a new item. Eventually I'll probably also have a another like a button down here that'll spawn explosive items like these. barrels that you can use to shoot at to mess around with the health and stuff like that. One of the other things that this map does, is these lights. These look like regular, average old lights right now. But what happens is that when you start the map, these lights will turn on each set of them, based on this logic auto here. And it will also have an audio file accompanying it to simulate them being turned on. In addition, the light fixtures will change their skins. They start out with the skin 1 skin, which has this glass looking as if the lights turned off. Once the lights are turned on, this switches back to skin 0, which has this as if the light is actually turned on. And we have the realistic lighting solution here as well, with the point spotlight giving you the beam of light, and then the light spot giving you the actual cone of light that lights up the area. And these light up the areas in between. I call them fill lights. Since these don't light up the environment, only what they're pointed at, these will light up the environment, simulating that the lights are actually filling up the environment. But that's all the explanation that's really needed. Let's go ahead and check out the map inside the game. Actually, I want to go ahead and rebuild it first, since we did those changes. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, because if I don't, it's going to cause it to stop recording, so I need to switch over to the regular way of having it record. That was the new intro I wanted to show real quick before we got into it. That's right, it's actually on E now, isn't it? Let's see. Get rid of those two. And the file we're recording to right now? Or is this the one? I don't know, we'll just leave it where it's at, so I'm not sure which one we're actually recording to at the moment. But yeah, I made I made the intro by combining Valve's intro with our own for Left-Man Productions with the rad tools. Looks like there's a problem with the audio that doesn't actually extend out as far as it should, which is kind of strange. Let's see if I can't fix that. It's the first time I've actually watched it all the way through like that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the game. Alright. Here we are. So I'm going to go to map, test bed, and then we're going to build the cube maps real quick here. And that's how the lights turn on. So, now if you watch right here, this that spot, that yellow spot, lights up. Now if I push another button, these turn off and that turns off. And again, you can't push more than one button at a time, or else it resets everything. So let's go ahead and try making a one of these first, since this is for the shields here. odd. Excuse me. I don't know what I did it up there for. Let's try our armor this time. See if I'll actually make it this time. As you can see, I stripped out the elements for the old health and all that. Yes, it came out. Awesome. That was the problem. Cool. Now I just gotta figure out why it's still not working properly and making them all over the place. But there are the elements there. They will act just like the previous elements, and that as they get low, they will do this flash. Kind of put everything just back here in this corner. Trying to create a massive kind of bonfire thing going on here. Oh, cool. That's done. Awesome. Alright, and so here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get up on top of that. Oh crap, that did kill me. Sweet. Well, not sweet, but... But I'm going to show you now why it is that, we're going to do that again. I should have done it this way before, but I'm going to show you why we need to do what I'm trying to do with the health, or rather, oh, damn it. I really screwed up that one. With the damage, the way the damage is output. I'm going to show you why that's needed right now. First we gotta... Oh, damn. Keep forgetting. Left click to drop, right click to throw, or left click to throw, right click to drop. Hurry up here, we can see that. See how it's turned off right now? Of course you can't really see it because of the light stuff there. But if the light stuff didn't turn on like that, then you would see that the actual skin changes. That'll be fine. So, what we want to do now is turn on the cheats, and then impulse, and then give item armor kit, and then item battery. Well, that's odd. Very strange. I need to take damage first. No? Is it there though? Apparently so, because it's okay, there it goes. That's strange. So, okay, nice. Now it's taking it. For some reason it wasn't taking it before. Very, very weird. Item battery. And item health vial. Alright, so we got our full health here. So as you can see now, that was... I took the full frickin' cluster rapage of damage from all that stuff, and as you can see, all that happened is that we took some health damage, my armor's pretty much gone, and my shield is gone as well. And that's what I was talking about. Since the shield is up to 200 points now, it can soak up ungodly amounts of damage, and that means that you have a less chance of dying from stuff like that. Matter of fact, you probably won't die unless there's more barrels than that. But so I was trying to figure. I've wanted to do this anyway, but after I saw this happen, it gave me a new renewed sense of needing to do it. As far as creating multipliers for certain kinds of damage based on whatever health interface that the damage is being applied to. So, for example, explosion damage will do like maybe 38% more damage to shields than it would before, and so I'll have much more damage to shields. Now, see, that did sort of correctly. The other one's not so much. But that's the new health elements that I put in over this update cycle. I'm going to switch back over to the source code right now. Alright, so because of that issue that we have with that, here's what's going to be happening once I figure out how to get it to work properly. Both health and, or not health, but both armor and shield will have a damage bonus system where certain types of damage will do more or less damage depending on what they are. So, for example, here we have the bonus list for armor. Blast